The Galaxy Watch 4 is probably one of the best smartwatches on the market, period. But I have one major regret with this watch, but we'll get more into that as we're gonna focus on my long-term user experience with the Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic. Today's video is being brought to you in partnership with Epidemic Sound. If you create any type of video content online and on any social media platform, you're gonna need music and sound effects to accompany that video production. Well, save yourself any copyright strikes or DMCA takedowns by using Epidemic Sound via the link down in the description below. Let's talk about the biggest cons when it comes to the Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic. Number one, no longer supporting MST. Wear OS is not as snappy as Tizen, and there's still no native Google Assistant. And this is the first Galaxy Watch after many years that no longer has compatibility or support for iOS and iPhones. We'll talk more on that later. Now, the marriage of Wear OS and Tizen did present some nice offerings, but also had a few caveats. By us now having Wear OS and access to Google Play Store and all of its apps glory, we now have more apps, which was a strong weakness when it came to Tizen. The lack of apps and the lack of developers willing to develop for Tizen created a problem. So what did Samsung do? They married Google in the smartwatch world and gave us the Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic with Wear OS accessibility. Now, the downside to Wear OS is it's just not as efficient or as polished as Tizen OS was. And it shows in the performance of the Galaxy Watch 4 in terms of battery, which we'll touch on later in this review. Now, what do you get hardware-wise? You get an AMOLED display with an always-on display option. Exynos W920 chipset, 16 gigabytes of storage with 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, either a 247 milliamp hour battery or 361 milliamp hour batteries, depending on the size of choice. And of course, the best looking smartwatch on the market, in my opinion. As you can see, I'm rocking a custom two-door watch face. And if you watch my video on how to customize your smartwatch, you know you can get Rolex watch faces, Breitling, and so on. Super fire. Super dope. But I will say this, Samsung, I just wish you offered a yellow gold version of the Samsung Galaxy Watch, as yellow gold jewelry is my choice of wear. But you can easily correct that with an all black version of the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. And that's usually the model I go for, but this year I decided to change it up. And honestly, I'm not mad at the silver stainless steel. It looks really good. Just clashes with my gold jewelry. Now, this doesn't just look like one of the best looking smartwatches, it also performs as one of the best smartwatches on the market as well. It's smooth as butter and fast. I mean, with just a turn of the bezel, you get a clear understanding of the performance and snap this device has. Honestly, Samsung slapping its skin on top of Wear OS is probably one of the best things that happened to Wear OS. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not one to use smartwatches in the area of fitness. Obviously have a Samsung Classic model, which I think is more geared toward the look and the feel and the vibe. Some people work out in it, some people don't. And they also have the Watch 4 model, which is a more lighter, fitness-friendly version. But I believe one of the benefits of Samsung marrying with Wear OS was in the area of fitness features and apps. But I'll put it to you like this. The one fitness or health category that I can speak to from experience is the sleep tracking. It's always been one of my favorite features on the Galaxy Watch set. Now, let's talk battery and then we'll discuss my one regret. Oh, the controversial discussion of battery. Battery will always be controversial because it's absolutely subjective. Reason being, many things play into your battery life, like screen brightness, whether or not you use always on display, the apps you have on your device, the amount of notifications you receive, and just outright the individual user's habits. With so many things affecting battery life, you're going to see so many different opinions. The battery's trash. the battery's good. I get multi-day use on my smartwatch. I miss the old Galaxy Watch battery life. All of these statements may be true for the individual and not for you, which is exactly why the best way to understand and know if the battery life of a device is good for you is to try it. Now for my one regret. But before we get into that, I have to tell you about today's video partner, Epidemic Sound. And if you are like me, an aspiring creator or an actual established creator, it's absolutely important, especially on the platform of YouTube, that you protect yourself from copyrights and DMCA takedowns and outright losing your monetization. We create these videos, we work hard on them. Let's keep our financial stability, and you can do that simply using Epidemic Sound because they take care of all of the licensing and permissions for the music and sound effects available on their expansive library for you. Literally, all you have to do is sign up and pay a small nominal fee. Use my code CJ50 and get 50% off of your annual plan purchase. My gift from me to you. Whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, Epidemic Sound has you covered. Now back to my one regret with this Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. My one regret is that Samsung had the audacity after many of years and many Galaxy Watch models to remove compatibility without notice, without warning. Removing all iPhone users and other Android devices and features is a low blow. It's quite apparent that Samsung's own devices are the only one true pair to these Galaxy Watch 4s and Watch 4 Classics. Now, Apple does this as well, but the difference is Apple did it from the start. And the biggest problem with Samsung's move is that every previous Samsung smartwatch had compatibility with iPhones, which built a fan base within the Apple world. And to just end our relationship so abruptly and without warning is truly a heartbreak, Samsung. And again, I understand Apple does this, and this is possibly just Samsung closing the loop, as they should. And again, I understand, but that doesn't mean it hurts any less.
Yeah, I went from LA to the A on the run, you can tell where I stay at. Yeah, counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Yeah, counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Been 1,020, spent 100 hundreds. Money come and gone, let's get straight to it.